I'm Jess.
And I'm Olivia.
Welcome to the Sweet Scoop. Today we are going to be making banana bread two ways. I'm going to be making the recipe that I've used for years. I found it on a website, 101 Cookbooks, but I believe that she adapted the recipe from a cookbook called Cook This Now by Melissa Clark. She made her own little tweaks, and I've also made tweaks to the recipe. So we're going to be making the recipe my way. And Olivia's going to be making my mom's recipe. Hers is just a little bit different, so she's going to be doing that.
So the ingredients for Nana's banana bread are 1 stick of butter, a teaspoon of baking soda, some vanilla, 1 very overripe banana that we're going to mash, 1.5 cups flour, a cup of sugar, and then 1 egg with milk poured on top of it to equal 1 cup total liquid.
And she has her handy dandy hand mixer out. That was a Christmas present.
From Nana.
Ooh, from Nana, yes. So, Olivia, tell us the story behind Nana's Nana bread.
When Nana got married, her Aunt Gladys threw her like a food-themed bridal shower, and she received that recipe from her.
So it's a family treasure, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Well, my ingredients include 2 cups of flour. We like to use King Arthur all-purpose flour, usually organic. Did you know that flour grown in the United States, actually wheat is one of the most heavily sprayed crops in the United States. So we like to use organic when all possible. So I have my 2 cups of flour, all-purpose. I have 5 1/3 tablespoons of butter, which equals 1/3 cup when it's melted. I have a 1/4 cup Greek yogurt. I have 2 eggs. We live on a farm, so those are from our chickens. I have some vanilla. I have 4 bananas today. I use 3 or 4 depending on the size of the bananas, but you can see they're nice and brown and squishy. I have 3/4 cups brown sugar. I have 3/4 teaspoon baking soda and a 1/2 teaspoon kosher salt. So Olivia is going to mix hers up first.
So I'm going to start by mashing my banana. It's always kind of hard to get the skin off when they're this ripe. Put this in the chicken bucket.
All of our food scraps go to the chickens.
And then I'm going to just mash it up real good so that there's not any strings or anything in here. Okay, so now I'm going to add in our cup of sugar. And then I'm just going to mix this first. It's almost like cookie dough texture. Okay, now we are going to add in our stick of butter and the vanilla. Oops.
Did you spill it?
Yeah.
Oopsie doodle.
Okay, so now we're gonna just cream these together. This is is what our banana and butter and sugar mixture looks like after being mixed. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and add in the flour, the baking soda, and then we'll put those dishes aside. So now we're gonna mix it up, and then we'll add the milk and the eggs last. So as you can see, it's starting to form like a cookie dough consistency. And then we will add in our egg and our milk. And then we're just gonna mix it. So we've got everything mixed up, and this is what your final batter should look like. So we're gonna grease the pan. We've just got some butter and we're gonna spread it around. You gotta make sure it's nice and soft though, because otherwise it won't spread. Most people will use like a cooking spray to grease their pans, or just use parchment. We don't like to use cooking spray because they put a lot of unnecessary chemicals and stuff in it. That's not really good for you. And it's just a lot easier to put butter in a pan than it is to cut parchment to fit it. So this is what we do, but you can do whatever works for you. Make sure to get the corners too, so that it doesn't stick. And that's what it should look like. So now we're gonna pour our batter into our greased pan, and then we'll put it in the oven. So I'm just gonna smooth this batter out so that it has a nice even top. So now we're gonna put this in at 350 for about an hour, or until you stick a toothpick in it and it comes out clean. Here's the sweet scoop. Bananas are believed to have originated 10,000 years ago, and some scientists speculate that they may have been the world's first fruit. Today, bananas are the most consumed fruit in the United States, with over 90% of households purchasing bananas at least once a month.
I'm gonna go ahead and mix up my banana bread. I'm gonna set you guys on the counter here. That means Olivia's Nana bread is done. I'm gonna peel my bananas. Sometimes when they're this ripe, you can just squeeze them out of their peel. It's kind of gross. Kind of gross. But they make delicious banana bread. Let's smush them all up. Sometimes I leave the bananas a little bit chunky. I don't know. Usually I make them pretty smooth though. No big bits. Sometimes you have to shake things up. Doesn't have to be perfectly smooth. Okay. Then I'm going to mix in my brown sugar. I usually put the salt in now also. Give it a quick mix. Olivia likes to use her mixer, her little hand mixer. I prefer to use a spoon. I like to do things by hand. Stir it up. Squish any remaining chunks. add a dash of vanilla. 1 teaspoon, plus or minus, I guess. Next I add the eggs. Aren't these pretty? I love these blue ones. Some people crack their eggs on the side of the bowl. I don't like to do that. I find that if I crack them on the side of the bowl, it's more likely that little bits of the shell get in. So I like to crack them on a flat surface. I think it works better, but everyone has a preference. Next, we're going to add our butter, which I just melted in the microwave. Give that a good swirl around. And our yogurt. Just give that a stir. Olivia's bread needed a few more minutes, so let's check that. It looks done. Still a little bit squishy in the center though. We'll give it another 3 minutes. When I make muffins or sweetbreads of any sort, I like to use a colander to sift my flour and my baking soda or baking powder into the rest of the ingredients, into the wet ingredients, just so that there aren't any chunks of flour in your bread or your muffins, because nobody wants that. It's disgusting. So just set my colander over the bowl, pour my flour in, throw my baking soda on the top. You don't want any chunks of baking soda either. And then tap it in. Get all the little chunks through. And then you give it one last couple turns with the spoon, get all the flour incorporated. So the bake time in recipes is always approximate depending on your oven, depending on your altitude, all kinds of factors. So Olivia's Nana bread was in there for maybe an hour and 5 minutes. It needed just a little bit of extra time to be done. You just want to mix it until all of the flour is incorporated. You don't want to over mix it. Okay, so I have my pan all buttered and ready to go. Just gonna scrape the batter in. You can also make this into muffins. Obviously the baking time would be less. This goes in the oven for about an hour, plus or minus, depending on the day, at 350. Okay, so these are the final products. This is Nana's Nana bread. This is Jess's banana bread. We're gonna do a taste test. We'll have the boys each taste a piece of each bread and see which one they prefer. On the left is my banana bread. On the right is Nana's Nana bread. Okay guys, what do you think? First bites are good?
Which one's Nana's and which one's Mama's?
Do they taste different? You do?
I don't.
You don't taste the difference?
Which one is which?
That one's Grandma's banana bread, and that's Mommy's.
Guess. Which one do you think is Grandma's? Which one? And you think Mama's is the other one?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys both got it wrong. The one on the left is Mama's banana bread, and the other one is Nana's. But they're both good, right? Okay. Thanks, taste testers.
I like Grandma's best.
You like Grandma's best. Oh, okay.
I yours.
She'll be glad to know that. Thanks, guys.
National Banana Bread Day is February 23, so be sure to enjoy a slice of homemade banana bread.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Here in Michigan, where we live, banana bread is a big thing. Everyone has a recipe that they've been making for years, or a recipe that's been handed down in their family for generations.
So give us the sweet scoop. Is banana bread a big thing where you live? Tell us in the comment section below.
And join us next time for another sweet scoop.
If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to our channel.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Here in Michigan, where we live, banana bread is a big thing. Everyone has a recipe that they've been making for years. I'm not.
I am.
Cut! And we dance all weekend. We dance all weekend. Oh, yeah.